Friend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time for Give Me Five. Did you happen to catch the man in Philadelphia yesterday? The man is Barack Obama. The man who, when he campaigned in Philadelphia in 2008, said, if they bring a knife to the fight, I bring a gun. Nice, very nice, nice guy. Anyway, he was out, and he had the claws out. He was campaigning for Hillary. He mentioned himself over 130 times, including in these bites you're going to see, where he attacked the media for not being hard enough on Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Watch.
Look, I'm not running this time, but I sure do get frustrated with the way this campaign is covered. I'm just telling the truth. Guys in the back, I'm just telling you the truth about how I feel about this. Do you mind if I just vent for a second?
I got to tell you, when he's not on prompter, he is the worst presidential speaker I think I could recall. I mean, or silence. I mean, you've seen it a million times. When he's on prompter, great speaker. That's one thing I could say about him. You know, he could rock a speech on prompter. When he's not on prompter, it gets kind of difficult, don't you think? And it continued.
You know, you don't grade the presidency on a curve. This is serious business.
Serious business. Of course the president is serious business. But he's the one to be telling us that the presidency is serious business? Really? Mr. Golf? Mr. I'll sit down on any comedy show in existence? Mr. I don't have time to go to Louisiana? I mean, please, don't get me started. The list is endless. Endless. He did an interview with a woman who puts herself on YouTube in Jell-O and naked in a bathtub. Serious business. Remember that one a couple of years ago or whatever? I don't even know the woman's name. And there was more.
We see folks talking about transparency. You want to debate transparency? You've got one candidate in this race who's released decades worth of her tax returns. The other candidate is the first in decades who refuses to release any at all.
Refuses to release? Refuses to release? Let me take you back to Donald Trump. I'm not even talking about the birth certificate. Donald Trump offered Barack Obama $5 million to the charity of his choice if Obama would release his school records, his college records. And they attacked Trump, you racist, blah, blah, blah. Never even considered saying to Obama, $5 million, maybe you should just release the school records. Nope, he didn't release them, and he never will. So, Mr. Transparency here, the least transparent man ever to serve as president? You're kidding. But, you know, they have they lie like they breathe, and they have no shame. They'll say anything. More.
You want to debate who's more fit to be our president? One candidate who's traveled to more countries than any Secretary of State ever has more qualifications than pretty much anyone who's ever run for this job, and the other who isn't fit in any way, shape, or form to represent this country abroad and be its commander-in-chief. So, somehow, as things go on, because we've become so partisan, our standards for what's normal have changed.
Oh, yeah, our standards for what's normal has changed. It started with you, sir, in 2008 when the media couldn't give a rat's behind about Reverend Wright or Bill Ayers and your friendship and the fact that you started your political career in his living room, you know, and you said he's a guy in the neighborhood you waved to. That's when it all changed. When you ran and the media couldn't care what you did, who you were, what you did, who you knew, none of it mattered. None of it mattered. Okay, and as far as Hillary traveling in the world a million times, look at the mess she made out of that world when she traveled around because of this man's foreign policy. Yeah, that's right. All right, I want to skip. I want to skip to the end, to the last cut, 151. You need to see this. You know, as we cover these bums in the NFL who falsely claim a constitutional right to be in uniform at work, at a workplace, and say they have a constitutional right to freedom of speech there, they don't. They do it because the feckless NFL lets them. As they kneel for the national anthem and won't stand up, I want you to look at this 9-year-old boy with cerebral palsy, whose mother said he usually sits and tries to sing the national anthem, but here he actually tried to get up. Watch. When he went like this, if that doesn't reach you and touch you, I don't know what does. I think Colin Kaepernick and the others should be forced to watch this and maybe reconsider what they're doing. The NFL should be forced to watch this, and maybe it's time for them to lay down the law to their employees at work. Thanks for watching.